Okay. So yes, recording has been started. So let's start with the today's AML sessions. Even today we are going to meet for the labs. In the labs today we will see what new we can perform because up till now I have not received any lab assignment statements, but the meeting has been fixed up. Okay, so yes, today we can able to discuss with some new concepts. But today in theory sessions, actually, we will be able to start with the what I can say, the very important topic. Okay, that means today whatever we are going to learn, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement kind of learning. So these are something called as the classifiers, okay, or these are something called as the categories, major categories of the machine learning. Okay, so yes, before starting with this today's session, uh, from today onwards, actually, computer A division students are also going to add on this particular lecture from my side. Okay, so is anybody from Comp A division has joined here? Because then this might be the first lecture for them. I just wanted to confirm few things, and then definitely I have to start with the next upcoming topic. Guys, anybody from Comp A division has joined? Because I have shared the link, but I haven't got any response from there. So anybody from Comp A division? Up till now, nobody from computer. Okay. Anyways, okay. At the end, I will ask then, because I know from IT there are 26 students, but from computer I don't know how many students are going to get joined today. But they are engaged with our IT batch. Okay, from today onwards. So because of that, I am expecting the computer students also for from today's onwards lectures. Okay. Chalo, then we will be starting with the categories of the AML, that is machine learning. Okay. See, guys, actually, the first unit is something on what I can say, the feature engineering. But before going for it, we must able to know that what are the different categories under which the machine learning works. Okay, so the first category is called as the supervised machine learning. Okay, supervised. Then second category is called as the unsupervised machine learning, and these are the two major categories. Okay, but third category is something called as the uh, reinforcement kind of learning. Reinforcement. Hello guys, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I will add my headset over here, because up till now what I feel was it was connected, but it was connected to my phone. Just give me a second. I will add my headphones over here. Okay, on है.
Hello, Mugdha. Anyone? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Actually, I think that Bluetooth connectivity was not working properly because whenever I'm using this phone wala handset, no, at that time I have to take this mic up towards my mouth. Otherwise, you people are hearing very low sound from my end. Anyways, I will take that test later on. So yes, today we are discussing about this particular supervised and unsupervised kind of learning. Okay. So these slides are visible, no? Is this slides visible? Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement kind of learning. Hello, somebody? Is it
Yes, ma'am.
visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So yes, the supervised learning. Now this is the one kind of learning where we know what will be the input. Okay, we know what will be the input. I know what will be the output. Okay, so if this is the input, okay, this is the black box. Okay, where the supervised learning will be working, and this is the output. This is the here somewhere input is there. Okay, now means what? Here I must know that what are the processing strategies which I am going to apply, what sort of input will be given, and what is the expected outcome. The everything, each and everything, the process from starting to end, whenever everything I know, that is called as the supervised learning. That means I have appointed one supervisor which will be taking me through the whole process to understand what will be the input, how it works, and what will be the output. Okay, now what is the example of this supervised learning? For example, the supervised learning is something where I know what will be the exact answer of this. Okay, means what? Let us take one example of it. Okay, um, if your mom has purchased some apples from the market, and there was a one bag which has been kept on the, let us say, a table, where your mom is saying, beta, without looking at the table, she is saying, go to the table, there is one black colored, let us say, bag is there in which some apples are there. Take one of the apple and give it to me. Okay, so that's the exact answer that mom is knowing, because she has undergone the whole process where she know where is the bag is, what are the contents of the bag is, and from where she will get the input, from where she is expecting the output. That means in supervised learning, I know what will be the exact answer, I know what is the exact procedure, and I know what will be the expected outcome. Now, example of this supervised learning is spam or ham mail. Okay, spam or ham mail. Now, in our mailbox, I am very much sure that whatever is the spam mail, that will go to the spam folder. Now, how the spam mail has been get identified? Because our mailbox, that means let us say Gmail, Gmail is having some kind of dictionary which has been maintained, where some of the specific keywords like lottery, okay, congratulations, or congratulations is actually what I can say, a valid kind of keyword, but many of the times this congratulations word has been used in the uh, that fraud kind of email system, where some lottery systems has been get evolved, or some kind of recommendations, or some mail in which some big amount of money has been get involved, lucky customer. So likewise the some fraud keywords are used. So whenever such keywords exist in the subject or in the contents of the body, okay, in the body of the email, then that will be considered as the spam mail. But if there are no keywords which are existing in the data set, uh, and in the incoming mail, then that will be considered as the ham email. That means whenever I can completely classify the given number of contents, that these are the ham contents or these are the spam contents, then that will I can call it as a supervised kind of learning. Okay. Now in unsupervised, 1 minute. Supervised.
Ma'am, your
Yeah.
voice is coming low. Low. Your voice is coming low.
Okay. Okay. 1 minute. Okay, now I think it will be fine. Okay, so this is the supervised learning. Okay, this is the what I can say the architecture or some kind of specific outcome which has been mentioned over here. This is the specific outcome which is called as the expected label. Okay, and these are the some of the what I can say, or I will take it from the starting. Okay, this is the supervised learning. Okay, this supervised learning starts with some data set. So these are the data sets. Okay, these are the data set. Now this data set may be of text only, containing only text, or it may be a data set of only documents, or it can be a complete data set of only images or only sounds or videos, or it can be a combination of all these four. Okay, even there are some other kind of data sets also. Okay, here I will be considering maximum I am using the text database, documents kind of database, images or sounds. Okay, so this is my complete database. Okay, which consists of, we have already discussed this, that which consists of some of the rows and some of the columns over here. Okay, so we have already discussed this. Okay, so whatever is the label, so this is, let us say, serial number. Okay, let us say this is the name of the customer, this is the address of the customer, this is the mobile number, and something else I can able to add, which is the email ID of the customer. Okay, so here whatever attributes, here I am defining to a particular column. So this is the serial number, this is the one attribute, this is called as the one of the feature vector. Okay, so this serial number is the first feature vector, name is the second feature vector, address is the third feature vector, then mobile number is the fourth feature vector, email ID is the fifth. Likewise it will go on and on and on. Okay, so when from this data set I can able to extract the features over here. Okay, okay, and along with these features I am already aware about what are the first feature, what is the second feature, what is the third feature. So I know the labels. Okay, these are features are nothing but the labels. Okay, so here in supervised learning I know the labels. So when these feature vectors, this whole one, okay, this whole one rectangle, this whole one rectangle is called as the one feature. So this one feature may belongs to the name of the particular customer. Then along with that there are certain others called as the address, then maybe mobile number, then maybe email ID, then maybe something else. Okay, so whenever in supervised learning data set is known, label is known, features vectors are known, then that whole data I am giving to this particular machine learning algorithm, where in this machine learning algorithms, okay, one by one it will go on and on and on. So it's not the one case that I am evaluating only one data set. So at a time I can evaluate 2 data set. At a time I can evaluate 4 data set or 6 data set. Likewise, any number of data sets I can go on. So this new data set I can go on adding over here. Okay, and these new data set containing the new feature vectors will be get added over here. Okay, but this has been get added during the training session. This has been get added during the testing session. Okay, during the testing session. So this training wala and this testing wala data has been getting added to this particular model, and some prediction will be get generated. So here if I take the example of ham versus spam mail, then if these data sets match with each other, that means if these data sets whatever the contents are there, if it match to the ham kind of mail, then this predictive model will generate expected label as the ham mail. But if this has been get matched with the spam kind of mail because it contains some kind of keywords like a lottery, okay, then it will be a spam mail and expected outcome will be a spam mail. Okay, so this is how exactly the machine learning structure works in case of the supervised learning. Okay, have you got it up to this supervised learning? Hello everyone. Okay, I told you na last time, instead of mentioning in the chat box, please mention with unmuting yourself, because when I'm presenting something, okay, that screen, this chat box wali screen is not visible to me, so I can't see. Anyway, today why there is so much silence in the class? I can't hear anybody's voice, and only 24 students have joined the class. Okay, I don't think any comp people have joined. Anyways, yes, now I will be moving for the unsupervised kind of learning. Okay, now erase all. Now pen. Okay, now this is something called as the unsupervised kind of learning, where I don't know. This is the one particular point where I don't know what will be the output. Okay, for example, what here I will explain you first of all the example of it. The customer behavior in a shop. Okay, customer behavior in a shop. When as a customer, when we go to the shop, okay, at that time the shopkeeper is going to ask you some of the questions like what kind of things you would like to purchase. Okay, then if the customer is known to the shopkeeper, then shopkeeper starts showing the particular items of the particular choice. Okay, because he knows what the customer likes, because he knows the customer, okay, since beginning. But if you don't know the customer, then at the first time he will be having some difficulties in showing the items to the customer. At that particular point of time, the even shopkeeper is in a confused mind that I don't know what kind of items that customer would like. Okay, then he has to show each and every item belonging to the interest of the customer, and then he has to invest as much of the time in showing the items. But still the shopkeeper is not aware about the, or he cannot able to predict the particular item the customer is going to purchase. So he may purchase 2 3 items, or he will not purchase anything from the shop. Means what? Input, the shopkeeper is knowing the input. Okay, so here I will draw one diagram. Here input is known to the shopkeeper. Okay, but output is he don't know what will be the output. Okay, input he know what will be the input. Process, what process he has to apply, that process shopkeeper is knowing. But expected outcome, whether customer will purchase the item or not, that he don't know. So this is something called as the unsupervised kind of learning. Okay, so here we will see unsupervised learning. Yes, see, in unsupervised learning everything is same. Everything is same. See here data sets, see here data sets are involved, feature vectors are involved. These are given through the training. These things are given through the testing. Training and testing procedure is same, but here something is missing. Labels are not there. Here we can see the labels over here. Labels are known to the supervised learning. In unsupervised learning, there are no labels. That is the major difference between the supervised and unsupervised kind of learning. Labels means what? The input is knowing, but in that case, he don't know the exact labels of that inputs. Labels means identifications. Labels means the name to the attribute. Labels means something where I can label. Label means I can name some item. Okay, here if I wanted to give you one specific example to the labels, then I can tell you that labels can be yes, if there is one small child, okay, and if you give him some mango, so he might know what will be the name of that item, but he knows what is the taste. He knows what is the color. Okay, he might don't know what will be the exact name of that item. So he likes it very much, but he can't. He is not aware with that particular fruit. Let us say mango. So that is something that he knows everything, but he don't know about the labels. So that is something called as the unsupervised kind of learning. So here from training, okay, from training the things has been given, and then here feature vector will be get generated, and it will come to a model where I am predicting something. From testing also the things are going to come in over here, and it will come to the model, and here some expected output will be get generated. What will be the expected outcome? Then likelihood, cluster id, or better representation. Okay, means what? Likelihood means about to go or about to know. Okay, means what? 99% he is sure, but 1% he is not sure. Okay, for example, today I am going to visit to somebody's house. Probably I will come to visit your house, please give me your address. That means I will be giving you a probability, I will be giving you a likelihood to come to your home. Okay, that means there is a surety that 99% I will get the output, but there is no 1%, there is 1% uncertainty that I will not get the output. That is something called as the likelihood. Okay, or better representation means something where I can able to represent in a proper way, because the shopkeeper may represent the things in a proper way, so that he will know that if I represent in a proper way, then customer may going to purchase the items in a likelihood manner. Okay, so that is something called as the likelihood or better representation. Okay, so this is something called as the unsupervised kind of learning. Now, in supervised learning, there is one supervisor who is observing all the things, and because of that, I could able to get the exact output. But in case of unsupervised learning, there are no supervisors. The particular developer or particular programmer itself knows what will be the input and what will be the what probably will be the output. Okay, so this is something called as the supervised and unsupervised learning. Okay, uh, uh, now the third important one is something called as the reinforcement kind of learning. Okay. Now, what is the reinforcement kind of learning? It may be or may not be. Okay, that means maybe I know the input, maybe I don't know the output. The very best example of this reinforcement kind of learning is this. Now you tell me, what is this? Have you played this game ever? Anyone? Help this cat to catch this fish. Anyone from the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what you understand from this game, beta?
Ma'am, we have to basically find the route from that cat to the fish.
Okay. And for that purpose, what we have to do? What efforts you have to take? You
We
have
have
to
to
try.
find the path which has no blockage in between, and so we take a mental picture. We take some guesses on which path there won't be any blockage. If we find any blockage, we traverse back to the point where we have another option to move, and similar way we
Yes.
go on until we find the fish.
Yes, very true. So this cat is having this one way to go. This is another way to go, but here I don't know. This is the blockage. So here I can't go. She can go like this. Okay, she can go like this. Then she can go like this. Likewise, likewise. But here again she can't go because this is the blockage. Then again she can go like this. Okay. There is some way where by which I can able to go on and on and on and on, and here I can find out the way. Okay, so this is the way which I have find, means this cat has find, and she has got this particular fish. Okay, but now here I have got some track. I have got some track over here, and this track even leads to me some block sites. Okay, that means here, if I have to do the number of attempts to reach to the fish, if I have to do the number of attempts over here to reach to the particular fish, then here what I can say is attempts pledges to the number of punishments. For example, if I take this particular one path, where is my cursor? Yes, this is my cursor. If I used to take this one particular path, okay, this is the one particular path which I am following over here. Let us see whether I am reaching or not. No, I'm not reaching because this is the one particular block path. Okay, this block path is nothing but one punishment, a kind of punishment to me. Okay, these punishments help me to find out the next path. That means next time I will not start from here. Next time I will not start from here. I will start something from path number 2. That means reinforcement kind of learning is the learning where I used to learn from my punishments. I used to learn from my punishments. So, can you give me any example where you have learned from your punishments? Anybody? Anybody? Somebody from your side? Anything which you learn from punishments? Whether you tell me one thing, whether punishments are good or bad? Are you there, all of you? Whether punishments are good or bad? Are you able to hear me? Let me check whether you are there or not. Yes, 27 people I can find here. whether punishments are good or bad. See, I have to stop that means I have to come out of the presented screen, then I have to come to this Google Meet screen, then I have to see whether you are here or not, and then I can see. Why can't you unmute yourself? Can't you unmute yourself? Soham Naik? Soham? Are you able to unmute yourself? Or have you taken any kind of place that today you will not talk in the class? Have you joined the Google Classroom? Because I have sent a code. Have you joined it? Why don't you people answer today? Am I audible to you? Am I audible? Soham Naik, are you there? Soham?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can unmute yourself, है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
आज आप लोगों ने कुछ कसम खा रखी है क्या? कुछ क्लास में नहीं बोलेंगे? हाँ सोहम?
No, ma'am.
So why there is such a big silence in the class? Is there any problem? Do you understand? आज मैंने जो भी पढ़ाया समझ में आई? Everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me some of your experiences where you have got some kind of punishments, but you have learned a very good task. Anybody? Rishikesh? Rishikesh, I want to hear from you. Rishikesh? Rishikesh, I want to hear from your side. Are you there, Rishikesh? हेलो, ऐसा तो नहीं कर रहे ना आप? लॉग इन करना है सेशन में और फिर उसके बाद में अपना अपना काम करना है, गायब हो जाना है, ऐसे तो नहीं कर रहे ना? Is anybody interested to answer? Anybody from your side interested to answer the question? It's not the question actually. Okay. आप में से कितने लोगों को साइकिल चलानी आती है? How many of you know how to drive the cycle?
Yes, ma'am, I know.
आती है
Yes,
ना?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So tell me, आप साइकिल कैसे सीखे?
एक दो बार गिर के सीखे साइकिल जैसे.
हाँ, तो गिरना ये पनिशमेंट ही है ना?
Yes.
It's whatever is hurting you is a kind of punishment. पर एक बार आप गिर गए, आपको लग गई, तो आपने साइकिल चलाना छोड़ दिया? No, ना?
No.
No, ma'am.
No. So you have started learning something, but with the punishments. So learning a bicycle is something called as the reinforcement kind of learning. ओके अगर आप मुझे जल्दी जल्दी आंसर करोगे तो हम लोग जल्दी जल्दी आगे बढ़ पाएंगे, बिकॉज आई एम द पर्सन, जब तक मुझे सामने से आंसर नहीं आएगा आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गो अहेड. ओके, आई वांट एवरीवन टू बी interactive in the class. Everyone, I am expecting a cooperation from your side, because ये one side delivery वाला चक्कर मुझे नहीं चाहिए. ओनली आई एम प्रेजेंटिंग समथिंग, यू आर लिसनिंग टू इट. ये जो लिसनर वाला लोड है, लोग ये जो रहता है ना रोल, लिसनर वाला रोल, वो नहीं चाहिए मुझे. Okay, you have to be interactive. It is must. Okay, it is must. तो ये होना ही चाहिए. ओके, अभी आप मुझे और एक एग्जांपल बताओगे जिसमें यू हैव लर्न समथिंग विद द reinforcement kind of learning, something else where you have learned from reinforcement learning. Anybody learn from reinforcement kind of learning? Okay. टेम्पल रन की कोई कौन कौन खेलता है? टेम्पल रन खेलते हैं? कोई खेल के देखा है टेम्पल रन?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so temple run is whether is it can we call it as a reinforcement kind of learning, where when you get out, run out at that time, you have to again start from the starting. It's a kind of punishment where you are applying something on it. Okay, and again next time आपको पता रहता है कि यहाँ पे वो जो big kind of what I can say a valley is there or something, road is not there or fire is there. Okay, so I used to play before for 5 years temple run, but now I'm not getting to run on that temple run way, but still I like to run on it because it's giving me something, the new inspirations where I'm learning also something from that. It's not the TP game, but where I'm learning, I'm looking forward some kind of the machine learning algorithms which has been applied over there. So this is the logic which they have applied. That means in reinforcement kind of learning nowadays, uh, algorithm is used called as the Q learning algorithm. Q. Okay. So Q learning algorithm is something algorithm where I'm getting some awards, rewards, not awards. I'm getting some rewards and penalties. Okay. If I'm going good, then I'm getting some rewards, and if I'm losing something, then I'm getting some penalties. So the number of penalties I have to pay. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर ज्यादा पेनल्टी हो गया है सो आई एम इन अ लॉस, और अगर नंबर ऑफ ये हो गया ज्यादा रिवॉर्ड्स हो गया सो आई एम इन अ प्रॉफिट. ओके, सो इवन अगर आप कोई गेम डेवलप करते हो देन इन दैट केस आई कैन अप्लाई दिस क्यू लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम वेयर this number of rewards and this number of penalties pays to me, and customer will get some kind of what I can say, that means whoever is playing something, he is getting some kind of benefits from out of it. Okay, so that is something called as the reinforcement kind of learning. So whenever we will start learning with the reinforcement, at that time we will see that how it actually get implemented. Okay, so one of my student is actually working in the game playing institute. That means he is in a company doing a job. Even I have shared this story with you in the last lecture. So he is getting the money, okay, to play a game, to develop a game and to play a game. So he is applying all kind of machine learning reinforcement kind of learning algorithms. Okay, so that is his job. So this is something called as the reinforcement kind of learning. Okay, so this is that. Okay, in this, yes, I have just now explained you about this rewards and this penalties. Okay, so this is something called as the internal state of the this particular rat. This rat is in a this kind of bulbulaya environment, and he has to help this. We have to help this rat to get out of it. Okay, so what is his learning rate? Then what is the temperature and what is the discount rate? These are some of the specific attributes which are related with this rat. Okay, and there are some observations, some actions, some rewards, or instead of reward, even I can get some penalty over here. So whenever this kind of architecture will come into a picture, it is called as the reinforcement kind of learning. Okay, this is called as the reinforcement kind of learning. So here, if you can see this, there is a beautiful outcome over here where this reward is getting. This reward is there. See this, what is this? This is the cake piece. Okay, here somewhere the cake piece is there, let us say, and this rat has to find his way to get this cake piece. Okay, this is also a punishment. He is getting some smell, beautiful smell of this cake piece, but he has to find his own way. He has to learn how to get this cake piece by finding out its way. So I am going to give him the environment E. I am going to give him some state of action. I am going to observe some of the observations of this particular rat. Okay, some internal state has been associated with it. So out of all these four parameters, either I will be get rewarded with the cake piece, or if I'm not able to find it out, then it will be something called as the punishment which I am getting. So this is something called as the reinforcement kind of learning. Okay. So guys, now I think this will be sufficient for today because after exactly 8 minutes, I am having some another lecture scheduled today for second year. So we will stop here. I hope you are clear with the today's categories of the machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement kind of learning. Okay. If you have got any problem, you can ask me, or either you can put your attendance in the chat box with your name and your roll number, and then we will stop. If you don't have any difficulties, then you can leave. Thank you so much.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Sarthak.
Yeah, ma'am. So can we say that Sudoku is a reinforcement type of learning, playing Sudoku?
Yes, yes. Actually, I don't know much about the that Sudoku game, but yes, every game is a kind of reinforcement kind of learning because wherever there is some loss, there is some profit. Okay, even business game is something called as the reinforcement kind of learning. Okay, even अगर आप किसी building blocks में building बनाते हैं, so if that buildings get slipped up, it is also a reinforcement kind of learning. अगर आपको याद होगा बचपन में, I don't know whether you have played or not, we are always used to play with the cards और उसमें से हम वो cards का बंगलो बनाते थे. ओके, तो उसमें हम लोग कंपटीशन लगाते थे कि किसका कार्ड्स का बंगलो सबसे बड़ा हो जाएगा. कोई भी हवा का झोंका आ जाता है, कुछ भी हो जाता है तो वो गिर जाता है बंगलो, एंड whoever is been kept ready with that bungalow, he will be the winner. So every kind of such games are nothing but the reinforcement where we used to learn something from our punishments. So punishments are, I think from my point of view, punishments are good. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarthak, being interactive in the class because I hope everyone will be interactive in the class. I don't know what is the problem because I like the persons who are interacting. Even I expect some questions from your side because I am taking all my efforts to give you the best, but you should also take some efforts to take the best from me.
Yes, ma'am.